Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. Massive shout out to Rich Carrillo, that we know, a faithful listener who will be in there, and I'm sure tweeting about the show. Shear, how you doing, my man?
Splendid, Michael.
All right.
Splendid.
Now, we got a lot to get to this show. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Braden L. Burries, it's not Braden Burries. I want to talk about the Big 12. We're going to talk about women's basketball. We are going to talk about the financial aspects that go into women's basketball. A lot of different things. First of all, though, I want to talk about the Big 12 last night, though. That was a collapse by Houston. Those three guards, that was probably about the worst 5-minute stretch I've ever seen from three guards that are supposedly good. I mean, not supposedly, they are good. Uzan didn't want the ball. Sharp's dribbling it off his leg and then jumping in the air and then not shooting it. Shearer, that was a massive collapse.
I think what's frustrating is like the argument or the defense of Houston all year, the support, has been that their guard, they just don't make mistakes, right? Like they never make mistakes. And then for whatever reason, in that last 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, it was just mistake after mistake after mistake. It was wild to watch. It sucked.
Yeah, you generally don't see that because I thought Houston was a better team, but that that's not always the case on who wins. Now, one thing that I will say that very, very much annoys me, and then Cody, I saw your this, I do not understand why the officiating in college basketball is so much worse than it is in the MNBA. In the MNBA, you might say, well, they don't call travels, whatever the case may be. I get all that. But it's still somewhat consistent. In that first half, they didn't call any fouls. Then in the second half, both those teams are in the bonus with like 12 minutes left in the game. I mean,
I get it. I get what you're saying, but they were fouls.
No, I get it.
Like, so it's like, what are they supposed to? Like, if fouls are, I didn't think the game was really called poorly. And yes, there was a stupid amount of fouls, but they were fouls.
Yeah,
for the most part, there were a couple bad.
What?
For the most part, they were fouls.
Yeah, what about in the first half? There was only 4 fouls committed in the entire first half?
Maybe. The first half, right, but if you remember the first half, they were all jump shots.
Yeah.
They were just bad, ugly, long-range threes that neither team should have been shooting.
Either way, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And
who should I email?
I don't know. I don't know who you're email. I don't think anybody would care that much what I have to say. Yeah, no, that is true. All right, now this is for Cody James Martin. He wants to get a short in. Okay, now a short in. All right, now Yeah. Okay, now we're going to have a show tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Braden Burries is announcing at 9:45. I know everything can change. I get all that. I expect Braden Burries to commit to the University of Arizona, and it is going to be one of the biggest commitments of the Tommy Lloyd era, probably along with Mr. Koa Pete, and I think he's going to slide right into that shooting guard position.
It's real simple, Mike. We wouldn't be having a show. We thought he was going elsewhere.
Correct.
Things could change, in the next 2 hours. Someone could write a stupid check, right?
Yes.
The tea leaves, I said, for the last few weeks, and I know there's some people worrying today because LZ Harrington decommitted from USC.
Oh, that has nothing to do with
Braden Burries was never going to be scared of LZ Harrington. The reason that he's decommitting, the reason why Wesley Yates, this is what Musk does. He just recruits over dudes every single year. He has no want or desire to develop anything. He just wants portal players, and that's all he cares about. And so,
and that's why he is. That's why again,
you love him.
A lot of times there's not a long ride on the Musk bus, but when you do get on the Musk bus, I think that you pretty much stay on there. Yes. Now let's see here. Oh, Javier, our good friend Javier. Since 2021, NIL became legal. Last 4 Final Fours, 3 of them won by coaches in new schools in years 1 through 5. So yes, Mike Luke, it can be done. So Lloyd shouldn't get a pass. Javier, here's my question for you: would you fire? Because Javier is of the opinion that, and again, we've talked about this many times.
Yeah, this is good. This is our winning point. I know you're going to say, take it, Mike. Take it, baby.
Javier is of the opinion that he needs that you need to win a championship at Arizona once every 3 to 4 years.
What Javier is saying, we're on the right page, is
you got to get rid of Kelvin Sampson.
Get rid of Kelvin Sampson.
So
Disgusting.
Javier,
He's never won a title.
so
Disgusting.
you've got to get rid of him because again, that's been there. And if you're Houston, you can't just put up with this terrible coaching.
How many times are you going to make the title game of the Final Four without winning?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Javier, you just got to get rid of them. There's a lot of guys you just got to get rid of. They're not winning championships every 3 to 4 years. That was one of my favorite things.
So Todd Golden, by Javier's standard, if Todd Golden doesn't win in the next 4 years, but let's say he makes a Sweet 16 and an Elite 8, he should be fired.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the standard. That's the standard. These Gen Zers are so interesting when it comes to all of this. I don't get it at all. But it is what it is. Okay. Let's see, Javier, your next men's basketball coach. Yeah, I'd like to get Javier as the next men's basketball coach. Okay, but assuming, well, again, we're going to be going live. Braden Burries, though, first of all, Arizona needs we're going to get to football. We'll get to Mike Mitchell. I was at football practice today, breaking it all down. It was big.
Wow. I couldn't even talk to him. He was so locked in.
Yes, no, it was. All right. So when it comes to Braden Burries, he's the exact kind of player you need. Now, again, I know that he's a point guard. I get all of that. I understand that Arizona is going to play him at point guard. This is my opinion, nobody else's opinion. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. He's a guy that can get.
Let's call him a combo guard. 24/7 ranks him as a combo guard. Let's call him a combo guard.
All right, he's a combo guard.
He's not inept at playing point. I'm
just saying he's not a point guard. That's all.
Yeah, he's not.
That guy is going to play in the NBA for 15 years as a shooting guard.
Okay.
But either way, I like it though because Arizona needs people that can put the ball in the bucket. Period. Point.
I think. Let me ask you this though. Do you think he helps? Is his dribbling and ball handling ability good enough where he takes the pressure or more pressure off Jaden Bradley?
Yes. He's a much better ball handler. He's a much better ball handler than anybody else had this year. As a matter of fact, I could make the case that he is a better ball handler than Jaden Bradley. I am saying, though, that his natural inclination is to score the ball. And you know what I don't understand here? And I don't understand this, and it drives me up a wall. The hardest thing in all of basketball is to find people that can score the basketball when defenses are focused on them. Why in the world are there so many people that don't want to embrace the hardest aspect of basketball that they have?
What do you mean?
You get all these guys that are just natural scorers and are like, no, I'm a point guard.
Oh.
It drives me up a wall. You have the best skill possible.
It's been going on for years. I know
it's just dumb.
Well, there's two things. Number one, Steph Curry ruined youth basketball. I blame him. And then you have the bigs that want to be shooting guards. It's like, dude, you're 6'8", you play on the block. Just go do what you do and make money that way. It's just how it is and all that. Braden Burries wants to be a point guard, but he's also not stupid, right? Like he knows where his bread and butter is. He knows what makes him good. He's not going to come to Arizona and say, I want to be a score first point. You know, he's gonna do what he does well, which is score the ball.
Yes.
The value of guys in college that could score. Look at Houston. Houston's the best defensive team in the country, right? They still are to me, right? But at the end of the day, the difference was Florida had Walter Clayton, who could go get a bucket, even though he didn't get a bucket all game. You knew that he was good enough where eventually he would get a bucket, and that was the difference in the game. Braden Burries is that type of dude where you know that even if he's playing like crap, eventually he's good enough offensively where he's going to go get you a bucket.
Yes, and that is the hardest thing in all of basketball. So when I get all these dweebs that are like, I need a guy that can make a three in the corner, right? No, you need somebody.
That's what they sound like.
Yeah, they sound just like that. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, you need somebody that can score the basketball at the end of the day, period, point blank. Now, T-Burns, we're going to get into that in a second, but first we got to pay some bills. Got to pay some bills here first, Sheer. Oh, Sheer, where'd you go?
Oh, no.
Whoa. I can't even see Joseph. Where'd you go, Sheer? I can't see you. Oh. Whew. Oh, I got scared here for a second. All right, Arizona Primary Eye Care. Now, you might say, Mike, you look at those Tom Ford glasses, young man. You look fantastic. Duh, get in line. Got these at Arizona Primary Eye Care, buddy. Now, yeah, they have 4 locations here, but here's what you got to do. AccuView is now offering $400 towards contacts 154 disposable. Proud partner of Arizona Athletics. They got 4 locations here, and you've got to be, like I said, 4 locations, and we got to fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. Check them out, though. Cheryl is the best. We very much appreciate Cheryl. Same day urgent visits, 520-322-2713, Arizona Primary Eye Care.com. All right, now Baggins. All right, people out there. Jody said they serviced your AC the other day. I hope you use code AC12. Okay, now Baggins. All right, Sheer Baggins. They got all kinds of good deals going on. We had somebody go to Baggins today, and real time it. People out there, we need you all to go to Baggins, and we got to real time this stuff. Sheer, when was the last time you went to Baggins?
It's been a little bit. I got to go back.
All right. Well, again, Dennis Walsh. I need Dennis Walsh to go there. He does a very good job with that girthy license plate that he has. Puts it out there. Yes. Andy Bryant, check it out. Very good stuff. We like Baggins. Use code AZ12. Again, it makes me look good. And not only does it make me look good, I need all the help that I can do. But it also it helps me out. So, again, check it out. Baggins. All right. Now, when it comes to the ball handling, handlers, Braden Burries is a much better ball handler than anybody that Arizona had last year outside of Jaden Bradley. Jaden Bradley is a better ball handler than anybody that Arizona had on the team other than Jaden Bradley as well. Those two guys, yeah, it makes sense. Trust me, I thought about this. Yes, comic book Chris. I don't disagree with any of that. But you want to add one more guy. That to me would be Evan Nelson. I would love to add Evan Nelson. I don't know what the deal with it is right now, and it's bothering me a great deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the deal either. Tommy is in no rush for the portal. And the thing is with Arizona's situation, I just posted this. The portal stuff is now easy to figure out for Arizona. Assuming Burries
purpose, dude.
Yeah.
There's a Ben One White reference. It'll be there later.
Now. Assuming Burries commits, right now, I think we both agree Carter's probably 60-40 to return. Let's just put it at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do anything until Carter decides. And I don't think Carter's going to drag this out. I still think it's not declaring. I think he's all in or all out, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree
all
with
money
that?
in, all money out.
Right. So let's say he comes back for the sake of this conversation. Your starting lineup's done.
Right.
So now all of a sudden your portal momentum is down. You no longer offer a starting spot. Now you have ADO, let's just say Krivas or Waka. So let's just say Krivas. You have ADO, Krivas, and Aristod. Well, now you have an 8-man rotation, right? And the only necessary position out of those guys,
necessary treatment,
is a backup point guard.
Yes, exactly.
You don't even necessarily need to add another post. I would, for depth reasons. I'd probably add a 4-man. But you could get away with not doing it, right?
Well, you already have Koa El Pete. You have Aristod. I don't believe what you're trying to post about Aristod being a shooting guard.
That doesn't come from me.
That's garbage.
No comment. I do not believe he's a shooting guard. I believe he's closer to a 4 than he is a 2. But that is, I'm not the one playing him.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, either way, I don't believe that either. I think that's funny business.
But
yeah.
I would probably definitely a backup point. And then the last spot is, do you want a defensive wing or do you want a 4-man?
Oh, by the way, we got Big 12 Bobby in here. Don't know that Big 12 Bobby's going to have a team. Also, I put it out now that Quaintance is committed to Kentucky. Never believe parents on Twitter. They are liars. And again, I don't really have any problem with them lying because they're trying to drive the price up for their child. But they are liars. Do not believe them.
Yes.
Quaintance, same thing as the whole Lewis thing. Don't believe them. Boom. All right, how about that? Now, Big 12 Bobby said, does anyone know if DRF will hire me to coach the women's team? I don't know about that one. So I will leave it at that. I do not know. All right, so we were going over this before. Sheer, you don't think it's good enough? The starting 5 of Burries, Bradley, Carter, Koa.
No, I do think the starting 5 is good enough.
Now, you said that wasn't good enough.
No, I think the starting 5, the overall roster.
Right.
No, I think the starting 5 is good enough for sure. Of course it is.
All right. Now, Jay Sheen says, who does Jay Sheen? I wonder if there's sounds like Charlie Sheen's brother, Jay Sheen. Is it? Hey, who was Emilio? Emilio
Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen.
Yeah. But who is he? Is he the spawn
Martin
of?
Sheen.
Is he the spawn of Martine Sheen?
It's not Martine Sheen. It's
Martin Sheen is a great name, by the way.
Martine Sheen.
Right. Yeah, literally an unreal starting five. Yes. Do you guys know how much KJ got from Georgetown? No clue.
I think a milli, probably.
Probably. Well, either way, there was more than Arizona was going to pay.
A milli.
Yeah. Okay. But when it comes to the roster, though, also there's not a lot of, and Endogger and Shear. I got some intel today. I had to tell Shear about. You got to remember this. Arizona, if this roster is what we're talking about, they don't have a ton more money to go out and spend and get like a $700,000 player. They don't.
No, and you're not spending $700,000 for an eighth man anyway. I would like, if it was up to me, backup point guard is your number one priority. And I'm not talking backup combo guard. I want a point guard. I don't need another combo guard. I want a guard. That is my number one priority. My number two priority, I'm torn between a 3-and-D wing or a backup four-man.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4-man would have to, or 5 would have to spread the floor. I'm a little nervous about Krivas and Awaka. Now, I will say, Krivas back in Europe could shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Tommy knows that Krivas is actually more of a, as the kids would say, a spacer than we all realize.
Oh,
guys,
by the way,
when you talk about, like, everyone's asking, just real quick, Mike, about like Grant Foster from Grand Canyon. Come on, that guy just played 35 minutes a game at Grand Canyon. He was their best player. He's going somewhere to start to make a lot of money. Those guys are out of the picture.
Yes, okay, and especially too, and he's not. I like the one too. I think it was Prim that said, "Would Darian Williams come here to come off the bench?" No.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Okay, now real quick, Joseph. I will not. Joseph, first of all, I wrote an article about Lil Wayne and Sammy Wade from Pueblo High School. Google it, my friend. Type in Michael Luke and Lil Wayne and see what comes up. You'll find an article. Also, after you back it up, then stop and whop, back it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that song was really big in '99. Take that, young buck. You probably weren't even alive then. Okay. All right. Let's pay a few more bills, and then I want to get back to this roster. We're also going to talk about a little. We got some football and some women's basketball. Oh, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. Welcome to the Rock. Yes, no, it was juvenile, but nice try though. Nice try there, Ryan Neal. But at the end of the day, though, that was still Lil Wayne at the very end of it. There, 15-year-old Lil Wayne. All right, now. Green Valley
Decorative trying to come at us about cash money.
Get out of here, man. Nice try, dude. I was no limiting before you were no limiting.
I got Masterpiece phone number in my phone right now.
Yeah. Make him say rock.
I got Silk the Shaka's phone number.
All right, check it out. Green Valley Decorative Rock, my friend. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Sheer, have you heard any of the bad rumors being pushed around?
I asked Master P to shoot a guy over this rumor. Speaking of Master P, I said, look, there's some scurrilous rumors. I know you're in the streets.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you actually can't say that stuff because when we load it onto YouTube, it asks if there's any. So, you did that the other day. Stop doing that. But you can't no gun references. Or
I didn't do a gun reference the other day, did I? No.
Yeah, you did. Well, it was something. It was something that would technically could get us flagged. So don't do it. Be better. Be better.
Be better. I always love that. Be better.
I don't know. Yes. All right. But either way. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Let's get back on point here. You're always dragging me.
Scurrilous rumors. I'm taking care of it. I'm on the streets. I'm telling the people. You came out to football not only to watch football, but to make sure there were no rumors out there on the football field today.
And there were none. But I feel like that we're kind of at the point with Green Valley Decorative Rock where they see us coming. They're like, oh, well, we better hide those rumors. 2 convenient locations, my friends, 50+ locally sourced landscaping materials serving residents and contractors. Again, they are in Tucson, not just in Green Valley. Back the rock, baby. Back the rock. Okay. Now, let's see here. All right, everybody hit the like button. Yeah. All right, Eris Dental. We were talking about necessary moves for the basketball team. How about necessary moves though when you go to the dentist? Eduardo, stop.
Don't yell at him again.
No, I know, but he's won't stop licking. Okay.
Pimp.
Tucson implants, baby. All right. Speaking of which, Tucson implants. Sure. Have I ever told you about the championships package?
Yes, you told me about your championship package and Eris's championship package.
Eris Dental, my friend, Eris Dental. Now, Bruce Pascoe, I tried telling him about the championship package. This is true in front of everybody, and Bruce had no clue.
Did he get it? Just had no idea what you were talking about.
Anything on it whatsoever. That's Bruce's fault, not my fault. But here we go. Back the implants, baby. Go to back the implants. Go to TucsonImplants.com. 1997. And like I said, too, you don't have to go to Burundi. I mean, there's people that are going to Burundi. And did we find out that there's like one dentistry in Burundi or something? You don't want to go get your dental implants because they're going to be cheaper. Get the cheapest ones here in the USA at Eris Dental, my friend. Land the man with the master plan. Boom. Check it out. Okay. Now, where are we going to go? Oh, yeah, with the roster. So, I think people are looking in the wrong places. I think they know who their roster. I think they know who's on the roster at this point. And I think that they're probably just trying to tweak it a little bit, twerk and tweak.
I think that they are very aware too of who they're adding. Or
I think they are too.
They might even have been silently added. And I'm not saying I know who they are. I'm just saying the confidence in which certain people speak around the program.
He's ignoring you. He's talking to me.
The other one's talking to me.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Yeah, you loser. Okay, Tommy can add RJ Luis Jr. Not a good culture fit. If Rick Pitino is benching that guy and saying is sayonara, hasta la pasta, I don't think that we really want him. I don't think we'd really want him back. Okay, now
I think that's what Rick Pitino said, because the last time he said a la pasta, he got in real trouble.
Yeah. No, hasta la pasta. That's what I said.
He got in trouble with that woman when he said that in the Italian restaurant.
They should hire Tarazi. Interesting. Mikey Williams would be a good backup point guard. Yes.
Did you see where Mikey Williams is probably going? UNLV. Passner, baby.
Oh.
Why? Because he's going to Vegas to get his shots up.
Why would you go there? I mean, I not go there. Why would you take Mikey Williams?
I don't know, but Mikey Williams in Vegas is so much fun. Are you kidding me?
He stinks, and he's a... What's that?
That's what you're saying around him. You got to be careful.
No, I mean, AJ Store chances, no chance with AJ Store. Although it wouldn't surprise me at all if AJ Store is good again next year, though. Wonder where he's going to go.
He should go back to Wisconsin.
Oh, that would be good. I mean, sometime backup point guard, the guard from K-State. Not if Jerome Chang has anything to do with it, Philip. Not if Jerome Chang has anything to do with it. I want Evan Nelson. That's where I would go with that.
I tried to contact him. He ignored me, which is a good sign, believe it or not.
That's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign. Yeah.
Your mic is still messed up, and that has nothing to do with me. I want to be clear.
Nobody's saying anything about my mic.
Now that I bring it up, people will say stuff. You go in and out. Watch.
Why am I going in and out? Cody, you haven't mentioned this once. You're the producer. You're supposed to notice this.
I'm not noticing it.
Yeah, I think you're just lying, Sheer.
I'm just saying. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Either way. All right. Well, I guess we'll let the people say, because generally the people let me know. The people ignore Sheer. Good sign. Yes. Good point. All right. Now, let's move to a little bit of Arizona women's basketball. And sounds fine to me. Buzz off, dude. All right.
You look fine. I don't know if you see fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mike's mic goes in and out when Jason speaks. Well, that's on you. That's not on me. We need to get somebody in here to check this one.
We need a new producer. That's
yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, now it's when you talk at the same time, but today is better than usual. Interesting. All right. Well, we got to get some help in here then for next show. All right, but let's talk about Arizona women's basketball, my friends. Arizona women's basketball. Back to the nail salon. Yes, comic book Chris. We're going to have fun with this. Let's talk about this. Sure, there is a misconception here. And I like going on that Facebook page. First of all, there's
misconception that you like going on that Facebook page.
No, I actually do. That Facebook page is fire. If you're not on if you're not on the Adia Barnes women's basketball support staff on that women's Facebook page, it is great. But the first thing, though, that I have to say is they do not understand, or a good percentage of them do not understand, that women's basketball doesn't make money. They don't understand that, and I don't understand why they don't understand that. Sheer, I said come up with some stuff to talk about today. You said I got one stat. That's it. Go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, so what people don't realize is it's not an Arizona issue. There is no sport on campus anywhere that loses more money than women's basketball, because you have to pay the coaches, right? So like baseball coaches, you don't pay that much, blah, 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 right? And then it's the expenses. South Carolina won the national title last year. They lost $5.1 million.
Hmm.
The
I don't know what
team
else to say.
that won the title lost $5 million. So what do we think is going to happen at the lower schools and how much money they're losing?
Well, wait a second. Joseph said that's not what Lori and Kim Doss told me. I don't. Like I said, I don't know.
To the article. It is not my guessing or whatever. It's actually a really good article about how finances work.
Then there's this argument too where they say, well, you just need to invest in it and you'll get a return. You don't think that South Carolina invests in women's basketball and they're still losing money? I don't
Part
get
of
it.
the problem is they pay Dawn Staley, and they admit this. They said one of the reasons we're losing money is because we pay Dawn Staley what she wants because she wins. And that's part of it that we can live with. South Carolina says we can live with losing $5 million because Dawn Staley is winning. If you are paying Adia Barnes $1 million, 1.2, right? That means you have to break even somewhere. So let's just say you break even with attendance. Let's just say you do. You buy off Adia's contract with attendance money. Well, now you still have to pay for your flights. You still have to pay for your food. You still have to pay for your all that transfer, all that stuff. And then you've lost money. It is the only sport, like as good as Arizona, and people don't realize this too. As good as Arizona basketball is, I once had an Arizona person who knows finance that said the best thing for Arizona basketball financially is Arizona football doing well.
Right. It's not hard.
Arizona football makes more money than Arizona basketball, no matter how bad Arizona football is. There's some sports that just don't make money. In women's basketball, when Arizona made the Final Four, it still lost money. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. So when people are like, and on top of that too, why would you pay Adia $1.2 million? What is your return on your investment? Your average ROI? It's not like it's Bridge Tech Communications where you're getting 750% back average ROI share.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
Good
job. It's just, look, at the end of the day, is it an important sport? Yes. Sure. I'm not going to say it's not important. You want to win every sport you're in. But is it worth losing $5 million on a losing proposition?
No. And what DRF was brought in to do is she was brought in to clean up some finances. And guess what you're not going to do? You're probably not going to say to yourself, man, you know this coach that keeps barely slipping into the NCAA tournament or losing to NAU twice? Let's give her $1.3 million now. So I don't know about
Chip Hale, Mike, makes $435 a year. So he makes $500,000 annually, $435 from Arizona, and the other stuff is Nike and all that, right? Mm-hmm. $500,000. Okay. Is women's basketball? Is Adia Barnes worth $700,000 more than Chip Hale?
No, she's not. Boom, she's not. And also on top of that, you also got to remember too that they don't have the expenditures in baseball that they do in women's basketball as well.
And Lloyd, my daddy, keeps asking about DRS salary. Athletic directors run an entire athletic department. You have to be competitive in that area. You don't have to pay a women's basketball coach $1.2 million because they're losing money. Her job is to fix an entire athletic department. They're not losing money. She's getting paid to do a job.
I've heard multiple times that I don't know if this is true, Dennis Walsh, the great Dennis Walsh.
I think women's basketball is by far the biggest loser.
Yeah, because again, baseball, they don't even have full scholarships.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, it's not baseball.
Right. So again, it is what it is what it is. So that is our now. I would imagine that this is going to be done here pretty quickly then, the new coach. And I got a question here. What percentage of that Facebook group actually do you think hopes that Arizona does well?
None. No, there's a couple people like Ray probably.
Well, no, Ray for sure, because Ray's the man. But I would put it at about 60-40 that they will be rooting actively against Arizona.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, Kim Doss has blocked me, and I don't think I've ever once tweeted at Kim Doss. I don't get it.
I'm going to be careful with what I say that.
Very careful, Sheer. Very careful.
Kim, I've never talked to Kim. Kim blocked me as well. I have never, ever talked to Kim Doss on Twitter, in person.
Yeah. I had actually had her on the show one time, like 3 or 4 years ago, and she refused to turn the lights on. I'm like, well, what are we doing here? So either way, I don't get it, but that is what it is. All right. So how do you find out women's basketball news? We have an inside source here. That's how we're breaking things left and right. Sheer, your reputation speaks for itself when it comes to.
Yeah, I would never tell you how I get information or don't get information, but
yes. Yes. Now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's it. That's it. Now, Comic Book Chris, we talked about women's basketball here for about 8 minutes.
I will say real quick, sorry to interrupt you. College baseball, less than 10% of baseball programs in the nation turn a profit.
Right.
But it's not about turning a profit. It's about how much you lose. I mean, I got to look it up. You could be right, but I would doubt Arizona baseball loses $5 million a year.
I don't even think, how could they lose $5 million a year? Do they even spend $5 million a year?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Either way, Dennis Walsh, I think you're wrong. Dennis Walsh. Either way. So let's pay some more bills here. If you don't back the A, you're not an Arizona fan. Fit for Expedition puts this perfectly. Again, if you don't back the A when you're down, don't back the A when we're good. It's not how this works. Period. Point blank. Yes. All right. Now, let's pay a few more bills, and then we're gonna get into some football talk, and then we'll circle back to basketball. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now,
yes,
sure. All right, there is going to be, and we're working on it all. I should know tomorrow. There's going to be a UFC fight night, and guess what? I am going to be there. Sheer, you will be there as well.
As long as it's not a night of Arizona football, I will 100% be there.
Yes, exactly. And the thing, when you think about Mike Luke, you think somebody that knows UFC inside and out. But more so than anything, though, he also likes places with big parking lots and where he can get $2 craft beers and pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. It's going to be a fun time. Again, hey, I didn't even lead with the parking lot there. Yes,
you know what the people want. The people want big parking lots.
The big parking lot. Like, sure, you were overwhelmed by the parking lot when you got there.
I couldn't find my way in the entrance when I went.
You're stumbling around.
A Sherpa.
Yes, but again, also 100+ craft beers though, Sheer, and they have very good TV setups as well. Very good TV setups. You look at the TVs and you're like, looks very appetizing. So again, we had really good turnouts. So again, I will let you know hopefully tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Got to get that boom, boom, boom. All right, now. Yeah, Bridge Tech Communications, my friends. Bridge Tech Communications. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Mike, you don't look like you've been to the gym lately. Guess why? Probably because these gyms aren't taken care with Bridge Tech Communications. Bridge Tech Communications is the place where you go in there, Sheer, and they leave no stone unturned for your gym. If you own a gym, why do I keep pointing? I like that, actually. It looks to me, yeah. So if you've got a gym, a health, a wellness spa, and they are the people for you. 750% average ROI, bridgetechcommunications.com. 100+ health entities, my friends. 100+ health entities. Very, very good stuff, too. Also, great steak, too, at Frozen Cactus. Yes. Back the steak. So there we are. Check it out. All right. Yeah. Bridgetechcommunications.com. Okay. Sure. Football. I was out at football today. I will say this. I think Noah Fafita, I think Arizona's offense is actually going to be fairly decent this year.
Today was actually a good practice. I thought today was one of the better practices.
They knew I was going to be there.
Yeah, they were very impressed. I'm not making the same mistake last year. I'm not doing it. I'm going to be careful on my my whatever. What was I saying?
For Expedition is great. Make sure you pin your car is on Google Maps when you find it so you can leave. Yes, very good. That's how big it is. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make sure I don't overhype it and all that.
Sure. You did this last year and you look like an idiot.
But the offense, I will say this: the offense looks very different. It looks like it is 100%, and you will agree with me here, being run by a significantly more competent person.
Yes. It actually
you are able to watch the offense and know exactly what they want to do. And it's simple stuff that is stupid. Like, for instance, Braden Locke today is back to snap. Arizona's blitzing. He tells Ishmael Mahdi to change sides so he could protect the quarterback and pick up the blitz. I'm not sure Arizona did that once last year.
No. They told Noah to drop back 15 more yards.
Okay,
And just,
I will say this, Mike. How many times did Noah roll out today?
yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. But quite a bit, a lot. Yeah.
Right. So they are now, there's still questions. The O-line is absolutely a question. It's absolutely a question. But the wide receiver unit, I like it a lot. And there's guys that we're not talking about, like Trey Spivey, who I didn't like the pickup. He's had a very nice camp. Watley, you saw him today. Mike said, man, look at Jeremiah Patterson. He looks awesome. I said, Mike, Jeremiah Patterson's not in right now.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, everybody will have the mic fixed before the show tomorrow. Did he ever respond?
Yeah, he said no. He's got
no, we need you there. No, we need you there.
No, we need you. It's not that bad today. It's not that bad.
We need you here. Yeah. Okay.
Do as you're told.
Yeah. Okay. Either way. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit then about, I like the wide receiver unit a lot. I think it's a good wide receiver unit. I think that it's going to be like I said, I think it's going to be you don't have a T-Mac, but I think your 2 through 6 is significantly better than it was last year.
Your practice player needs to do it in a regular game, but has really impressed me. Brandon Phelps is legit.
Hey, remember when I told you I liked him last year and you said he stinks? You did say
he got hurt too, but he has practiced. He has practiced very well. Spivey looks good. Hudson has been pretty good. Watley is awesome. Isaiah Mizell scored another touchdown today. He's the fast. He might be the fastest dude on the team. If not, he's close. Wysong's been inconsistent. The tight end's inconsistent. Look, I'm gonna be real honest with you, David Rosen. Huh?
He had a good catch today, Wysong, when I was watching.
That was the only catch he made all day.
All right. Well, either way, he was there. You want
me to let David Rosen down gently?
Yeah.
Justin Flo's not playing, guys. He's not even. He might be third string. He's not playing. He's just not good enough.
Yeah. Joseph. Dude, let me ask you this year. Has Joseph ever had a W on this show? Everything is wrong.
Never.
I mean, everything is wrong.
Flo has literally. I'm not sure he's third. I'm trying to think. Chase Kennedy is basically a linebacker now with Riley Wilson, Tay Brown, Max Harris is ahead of him. Jabari Mann is ahead of him.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Joseph, definitely don't. Joseph, hey, I got something. How about this for tell me if I did this right. Joseph being right wasn't something that I had on my bingo card.
Yes. This is not a Gen Z thing, dude. That bingo card's been around forever.
That's all crap. I never heard it before, ever.
Dude, it's been around forever.
No. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Also, Twin Mama agrees with
you. Realize that bingo cards are for old people, right?
No, I understand that, but
but he's saying like the term that's not on my bingo card. That has been around forever.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Twin Mama's agreeing with me. She's even saying that this has just come around. So Twin Mama agrees with me. Take that. All right, I am right about this. Also, let's see here. Don't forget okay, now this is true. Joseph was right about one thing, and you were wrong on it, Sheer, that he wanted BBN. Let's talk about BBN for a second. Well, not BBN. Let's talk about Chuba. Is Chuba going to be the starting center?
No, I'm sending you something, Mike. I'm sending you something right now to prove you wrong. That's how upset I am. Look at the date on the tweet I just sent you. Okay. Anyway, no, Chuba's not going to be the starting center. I think that they need a starting center. What year is that tweet, Mike? What year is that tweet?
2020.
Yeah, dude.
That's Gen Z, dude.
No, it's been around.
No, dude, it's Gen Z. It's Gen Z. You literally sent me a tweet from Mike,
you're saying that it's a new term. It's not a new term.
No, but it's a Gen Z term, though. It's stupid.
What, 10 years?
Yeah, it's a Gen Z term, though. I never heard this growing up. I'm a millennial. I never heard this growing up ever, and it's stupid. Don't ever use it again. So, but I did.
I don't use it, but
according to this site. Oh, look at this. Dennis Walsh. Dennis Walsh also tweeted Sheer. Dennis Walsh is calling you out. Let's see this. Hold on. University of Arizona women's basketball last year had a net loss of $3,578,000, according to this graphic that Dennis Walsh sent. Dennis, your Dennis. I don't know if you know this or not, but 3,758,000 is less than or is more than 357 and 1,000. Thanks for proving my point, Dennis. Appreciate that.
I don't understand.
Yes. And either way, basically, you lose a ton of money there, but they don't understand that one. By the way, I can't wait to post this on that Facebook page because I know they're listening now, and I'm like, you're in on this one. You're in on this one. I'm a millennial, and I've used it forever. You've only used it forever for the last 4 years. Okay. Pinhead Larry, 199 Super Snap. Hold on a second here. We don't hear enough about Aristod. He looks solid. The problem with Aristod, and Bedouin White was talking about how solid he looked as well. The thing about Aristod, though, is that he hasn't run in like 10 months. That's my only.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, we'll see. It's not like it's football. We'll see. Foot injuries scare me. I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I like him though. I back the A. I trust the coaches.
Dennis Walsh. Yeah, actually, I read that wrong, Dennis Walsh. Actually, I'm going to pretend that I read it right. Either way. How does Arizona baseball? How do they even spend 3 point? They don't even have scholarships.
Is it buyout money for anyone?
Yeah, it's probably buyout. There's got to be something in there.
You know what it is, dude? I wonder if it's because it's high Corbett. That's got to be part of it too. How does baseball spend $3.7 million?
What are they spending their money on? Is Jed in there?
It's got to be a high Corbett thing.
I would taking the L was not on the high bingo card. I don't get it. I don't know what they're spending.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask our baseball. I'm gonna ask Lev right now.
Yeah, ask him. No, but word it like this. Say, hey, Lev, women's basketball loses more money than Arizona men's baseball, correct? Or Arizona women's baseball, Arizona men's baseball. So that's where it's at. 6 wins would be a huge success. I am going to go on record and say that I think this team's going to be better now. Didn't the entire department lose $40 million? So can't put all of that on women's basketball. No, we're not putting that all on women's basketball. All we're saying is that it doesn't bring in any money. Come
on.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yes, Mike Mitchell is out for the season, but I don't worry about it though because they've got the Tyrone Craig, or not Tyrone Craig. What's his name? Carl Craig, the kid from Modern Day. The running back. No, Quincy Craig.
Dennis, send me that link because now I got our baseball writers wanting to see it.
Yeah,
Mike,
they want to
see the link. Do you have the link, Mike?
No, he just sent me a screenshot, which leads me to believe that he's this is
fake news, dude.
Yeah, it's fake
news. Send me the screenshot.
Yeah, okay.
Send me a screenshot.
This is good. This is great live stuff. Okay, hold on. Yeah,
you never know what Dennis was.
I'm just retweeting it. Is this true? Watch this. Is this true?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, people don't believe Dennis Walsh. That's the thing, dude. Dennis Walsh is in a lot of trouble if he's wrong here. So I will leave it at that. Okay, now, so let's talk a little bit though. Also, so I think the skill position guys are going to be really good. I do like the Watley kid though. That guy's nice. He's good.
Yeah. He's legit. He's what we thought Jeremiah Patterson was last year. Now games and all that, but again, like I've said, he had D1, D2, whatever success at Chattanooga.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Mike, of course they're going to be better. They were one of the worst teams in the country that relative. Well, I mean, yeah, I get it. But generally, you don't get better by losing guys like T-Mac and Jonah. So you be nice, Ric Flair. I believe what I'm saying actually has valid merit. Is that that's kind of redundant. Oh, by the way, did you see the lady on the Arizona Women's Facebook group, Mary Hansen? She was telling me, she says, I could care less. And then I said, you do realize that means the exact opposite of.
Dude, I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves.
Yes. And so I had a really good time with it. And she clearly didn't understand what I was saying. And I was like, yeah, so Mary, you get a shout out here. Yeah, Samantha left. That's too bad. Okay. Now, let's get back into this. I also want to talk a little bit about this baseball.
I don't think those numbers are accurate, by the way.
Yeah, I think Dennis Walsh is pulling our leg.
Yeah, I don't think I can't find those numbers anywhere, and I don't know what college factual is.
Yeah. And by the way, how does that what is that term? How did they come up with the term pulling your leg?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. Hey, do you think Samantha could be Mary Ruth Farrell?
Ooh, wow.
Or her daughter?
Daughter for sure.
Yeah. Fake news, Dennis. Fake news, dude. Dennis Walsh looks so silly.
Probably travel and food because they have a bigger roster.
Right
So
yeah.
like you're feeding 30 guys instead of 8 girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, you got to feed the girth. All right. Now let's get into let's get some reads, pay some bills, and then we will get back to it. All right. Hey, did you ever all right, so Comfort X HVAC. Here's the thing with Comfort X HVAC. Now you might say, Jason Shear, that guy's not very smart. Correct. But every now and then Shear gets something right. He lives by Anthony Gimino. We all know this. The thing about Tony Gimino, though, is that he's a miserable you just got destroyed.
Tony just hit the crap out of me.
Yeah, no, you deserved it. Dude, you look crying like, yeah.
He just absolutely bit me in the middle of the
Yeah.
Brody.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, mess with the paw, you get the glove.
Brody's old and he had parvo when he was a baby, so like his bones and like it's just he hurts sometimes.
Right.
Clearly, he's looking at me like, "I'm sorry, Dad." He just bit the crap out of me.
Yeah, well, you deserved it. Yes, he's like, yeah, give me some of that flesh.
Sorry, Brody.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, but either way, I also probably heard about Comfort X HVAC and all this. Some of the stuff, the savings.
He probably bit me because he thought I was Tony Gimino.
Yeah, because that's the thing is Tony Gimino, people run away from him like no other the second that they see it. Oh yeah, college factual. This seems really fake news.
Yeah. College not factual.
College not factual. Now the Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. That a little bit.
So Lev says baseball has bigger. It's not the same comparison. Should I wait for? I'll wait for after the ad. Sorry.
All right, yeah, wait till after the ads. I want to get paid. All right, build on trust for the long haul. Tony Gimino saved over $2,000 going through these people, and they are great. 520-222-7012. Comfort X HVAC. Use code Wildcats for 10% off. Thank me later.
X good. Okay, go ahead.
Long view. Do you want to just take this one over? Just do it.
Yeah, I found Andre Veras, and I'm glad I did. Mike did not find him. We will not endorse Andre Veras.
Nor will we.
Yeah, we just won't do it. But we can highly recommend him for all your financial needs. Give him a call, 520-325-3456. Reference the podcast for a complimentary initial meeting.
Yes.
Andre Veras, baby.
You will thank us later for Andre Veras. Sheer lying about Andre Veras. I discovered Andre Veras. Longview Insurance and Investments. Again, and we can't guarantee you might get a discount on the rates, but you might also get one. Who knows? Yummy in my tummy. Check it out. All right, now Michael Rubin, my friend. Michael Rubin. Now, you might be looking around and saying, man, I would love to be able to buy, sell, or refinance right now, but I don't know anybody. Well, get in line, especially you probably know somebody, but it might be some like agent from Burundi or something like that, and you don't know if they're credited or not. I mean, this guy is licensed. That's the thing about him too. He's a senior loan officer and a mortgage broker. He's also offering you code Jason Terry for $500 off closing costs. 520-419-4262. Help with debt consolidation, all kinds of different stuff. Check out Michael Rubin though, and also scan that QR code in the corner right there. That code is awesome. All right, Michael Rubin, he is the man. He is trustworthy. Okay, Javier says, I'm a fan of winners and meeting expectations. Well, yeah, Javier. Winners.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that, Javier. All right. So, anyways, let's talk more about this baseball and
because Brian Peterson and Lev, they cover baseball. They're closer to baseball than I am. Baseball has bigger rosters, more games, and longer trips. The baseball staff as a whole makes less than 1.5 million. However, a baseball road series typically has 40 round trip tickets and at least 75 hotel rooms. The trip to Houston, for instance, lasted 4 games. That's 5 hotel nights per room, 75 rooms. There's your money.
All right.
It's
well,
there's the number of game. It's not actually.
Yeah, it's not. They're not even getting paid. They're getting paid less than the women's basketball coaches.
And they're not full scale. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not full scholarships either. So miss me that. Yeah, we'll try to get Bruce. We'll try to get Bruce on here again soon. All right, now
Bruce.
we're going to sign off a little bit early today, but tomorrow we will be with you at 9:30, though, my friends. 9:30, and we will have. We're going to be doing a test run before then. But Sheer, where can they find you doing all your stuff? But again, 9:30. Mark it down. Mark it down. Mark it down. Tell all the people.
WildcatAuthority.com. Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby. Icing my finger because Brody just viciously attacked me.
All right. By the way, I guess Dennis Walsh was right. Boo, boo.
Yeah, but it's like a fake right.
That's a fake right. It's like one of these things like when a fake good team. They just beat up on like small little things, and then
Yeah.
Back the Burries, baby. Oh, back the Burries. Back the Burries for Burries, baby. Okay. Now on that note, though. For everybody in the chat, you guys are all fantastic. We very much appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. 9:30. Yeah, we'll be working on that shirt. You guys are the best. For Sheer, for Cody James Martin, I'm merely Mike Luke. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast.